What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the one and only setup. It's Friday. We're heading into the weekly closure. It's time to get to work. Hope you're enjoying your morning coffee. This is the time to be here sharp every single day, 8 a.m. EST, to provide you with the best possible setups on a day-to-day basis. So we're going to dive there straight into the chart, guys. But before, as always, we're going to look at some news here because we have the CPI coming out today for the euro, 2.9%. Lower than expected here. So we're immediately going to go to the charts right now and to see how the euro itself actually responded to that lower inflation. So the expectation was, or the actual outcome was exactly like the forecast. So based upon that here, like we discussed yesterday, okay, we talked about the euro index yesterday, right away here, talking about that weekly resistance, okay? Like we said here, we had this particular high right there at 1057. We tapped into it yesterday, okay? You saw clearly that we had this high right here. We tapped into it twice already. So based upon that here, let's go to the 1 hour chart and see what we currently have right now at this particular moment, okay? Very, very important to mention here is the fact that we have this particular zone right there, okay? We tapped into that zone here. We built that trend here. The CPI came out. We broke it, okay? Very important to mention that is usually the case whenever the CPI comes out lower than expected here. Usually that means that these assets are going to see, or people are going to view this as a risk on. Therefore, they're selling back their currency, even if it's euro or the dollar, whatever the case may be, back into potential stocks, assets, more of these risk on products rather than the currency itself. So usually you will see some sort of sell off here. So it's remarkable the fact that we actually tapped into that weekly resistance perfectly on time, a day before the actual inflation data came out here. So really, really good stuff here for the euro. Now, with a weaker euro comes, of course, some setup, some opportunities that we are looking for right now. And one of these opportunities I'm looking for right here is the euro against the British pound for probably next week or potentially later today here, okay? Very important to mention here. Again, same structure. We look at it a lot here. We are seeing this on a day-to-day basis here. I like it a lot. This is that range. Beautiful range here. Look at that structure. Very important to mention here. Look at the structure right below, okay? And look at what happened after we started to consolidate. So one more time. We had this low right here. Very, very nice here. This is on the daily time frame. This low of last year, okay? We shoot up. We created a beautiful range. Absolutely fantastic. What happened after that? We created a lower low. Beautiful. After that lower low, we are now pulling back all the way. We created that internal range right here. We created that pullback back into this top range right now. We're now retesting, guys. And you guys know what I'm using all the time here. This is called the fixed range volume profile. One of my favorite things I look for. And that is that consolidation, that expansion, that retracement, and then potentially that continuation here. So consolidation, expansion, retracements back into the value area low of that particular range right here, okay? So very, very nice, very clean overall. Let's dive into the lower time frame real quick. Very important. On the 1 hour chart here, you can see already that we're kind of now creating that double top structure right there, okay? So this is where it gets very interesting right now, back at the 87.66 or 655 here, so 0.87655. Double top right now is getting created here. We're starting to lose strength, okay? Combine that potentially with a weaker euro, and we might see a nice setup coming along here in the next coming days ahead of us here. So now we're at the 15-minute, okay? What is the next step from here? Well, let me take you there right now, okay? We're seeing this range, okay? Double top, rejection on the daily here, value area low. We're seeing that consolidation here. What are we looking for right now? We are looking for that expansion, okay, that break of structure right here, coming back, some sort of pullback, and a continuation to the downside to potentially go for these lows right here. And you can find these lows at around 87 cents, okay? So 1 euro equals around, 1 British pound, sorry, equals around 87 euro, 1 euro, okay, equals around 87 British pounds. All right, guys, that's what we're looking for. So coming down, potentially moving along here, taking out these lows here. Now, with the euro in mind here, we talked about the Japanese yen yesterday. So this is where things are getting extremely interesting. So if you paid attention yesterday, we had an amazing setup. We took our entry, we closed at 1 hourly candle below here. But just to give you a little recap, let's dive in it. It's gonna take you 1 minute here. Let's dive into yesterday's clip. Really quickly, look at the Japanese yen basket and the euro against the Japanese yen. Whenever I see that consolidation, that expansion, retracement, continuation, and we fail to break this low, and we're creating kind of that, W formation right here, I do believe that this is a sign of strength for the yen in the very short term. So for that particular reason, I do believe that we can make a move back to the upside here, potentially coming back to that higher range. If you guys can see it right there, that higher range a little bit up higher at around 6,600. Okay, the 1 hour chart is where we at right now at this particular moment. This is absolutely fantastic. So what we're looking for is a higher high followed by a lower low. Okay, so again, one more time, a higher high followed by a lower low. Okay, this is the higher high. We have created a higher high. We now want to see a lower low. So if we close this hourly candle below right here, it's going to get extremely interesting for you within the next coming hours right here ahead of us, especially during the New York Stock Exchange Open, okay? But if we break structure, guys, this is where I want to see us trading the euro against the yen short right there, okay? So there we go, guys. Beautiful, okay? Look at what happened yesterday with the Japanese yen. Like I said before, this is one of my golden setups. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I like the most. I'm looking at certain patterns in the market that are repeating itself. If you get familiar with a particular currency, you start noticing these type of patterns. And this is a great example of what the Japanese yen is doing right now. Okay, consolidation, expansion, retracement failed to break that low, eventually came up stronger, very, very bullish. Our target was the 6,600, and look at where we are right now, guys. We are now at the 6,650 here for the yen. So if the Japanese yen basket increases, and if the euro index, like we talked about before already, is in that resistance right here and breaks structure, there is only one solution for our setup, guys, and that's a euro Japanese yen short. And look what happened yesterday right here. Look at that move. We saw the break of structure here. We closed it on the 1 hourly fantastically, and we made a move of around 170 pips. I told you guys yesterday, if the yen makes a move, it goes quickly. Yes, it's weak, it's coming down, but these recoveries are very sharp, very aggressive, and it's up to us to look for the counter pair that's at that particular moment a little bit weaker, and that was the euro at that given moment. So therefore, amazing setup. Congratulations if you took this one here. This is what I'm doing, and this is the reason why we created the setup here, to make sure that you are always aware of these particular setups when they occur, with a very good explanation and understanding for you as well here. So extremely beautiful. And if you stick to the end, I got another one for you that is gonna be, it's gonna blow your mind. Trust me, it's gonna blow your mind. Okay, now let's dive back into the euro, into the dollar index real quick here. Also very important here, is there a chance that the dollar is potentially gonna reverse back up? Well, look at what happened here, okay? We have been consolidating actually for 4 days straight right now. Today is Friday, we're gonna head into the Friday closure. Today is the day of confirmation here, okay? Today we're gonna see a breakout happening here in a couple hours from now, okay? New York Stock Exchange is gonna make this move for the dollar. We're gonna either flip here, fake out and come up, and continue its momentum to the upside, or we're gonna break down here. I do believe there is still a chance, like we said before already at the beginning of the week, that we are coming down potentially towards this particular low right here. We talked about this, the 103.475. Okay, I still believe that. I don't think we're gonna move up right here. I think there is a big chance we're gonna move down one more time here for the dollar, potentially moving along here. This is what I personally am looking for, okay? So I'm waiting for the break of structure to the downside here. Gonna be extremely interesting to see what's gonna happen. But who knows? Who knows? It's all about a probability game, guys, here. I'm not a magician in any way, shape, or form. I apply really good risk management to my trade setups, and I play the game like you guys, okay? Very, very similar. So we're gonna find out with the dollar later today what's gonna happen here. And based upon the news that's still coming, the building permits in 14 minutes, we might see the climax coming along very, very shortly. Now, with the dollar in mind here, we also have potentially a pair for the dollar here. So the dollar index providing us potentially with the weakness. Okay, that's the bias I'm currently looking for. And we talked about the dollar against the Canadian dollar 2 days ago. Okay, and look at where we are right now. We made that recovery back into that area of supply here. Okay, we failed to break that structure. We failed to break that lower low here. So it was not my favorite overall setup here, but still, this is that confirmation, as this is that next candle, which is now pulling us back down here. So what I'm interested right now here, guys, is to take this again to the 1 hour chart to give you that perspective here. And again, consolidation, expansion, retracement, continuation, over and over and over again here. So with that in mind, okay, where are we now? Let's take this to the 15-minute real quick. Same pattern, okay? You see the difference, guys? Let's take it back to the daily one more time, okay? One more time. So we had that bigger range, rejection, top, lower low, lower high, higher low, okay? Now coming back into that high right here, that local high. Now take that to the 1 hour chart, and you see that this whole range caused that expansion retracement. This is potentially coming into the value area low of that range. Double top rejection right here. Again, the reason why is the 15-minute. 15-minute is showing you exactly the same setup as the 1 hour. So we took it from the daily. We're now at the 15-minute. What are we looking for? Well, I'm going to draw the fixed and joint profile right here for you guys to actually measure the volume of that particular range. Coming along here, beautiful. Giving me the point of control, okay? This is the value area low right here at around 137.484, and then the point of control is right above it at 137.5. So if we pull back, guys, then I'm very interested in looking for a potential short setup right here, coming along back into the point of control eventually. If it's going to happen today, I'm not sure. If it's going to happen tomorrow, on a Monday, then potentially we will take action along here, okay? Why? Well, we might see it coming down a little bit more back towards its level, pullback, that gives us a potential discount as well here, back into the 62%, 618, 70.5, in combination with the value area low, point of control. A lot of confluences are coming together, targeting, of course, the lows right here at 136.650. So we're gonna see how this evolves here. We have a couple more setups to go over, so we don't have that much time. Let's hurry up a little bit here. But one thing I've been talking about this whole week. Let me know if you guys can guess it here. One thing we have been discussing about, okay? That's oil. We did it. We are finally there, okay? We came down. We are now back at the $74 a barrel, all right? 74.270 at this particular moment, coming back into this particular range right here, okay? Beautiful range, beautiful expansion. Now we're pulling back here. Like we said before, we wanted to see price coming down. That initial move to the $80 was a short-term trade setup here that we took before around the CPI of the US. Coming along here, short-term trade. Like we said before, when it came down, we were waiting for it to come down lower, back to the $74 a barrel, potentially coming into this range right here. And look at the way we respond to right. We have that overall trend line with a strong horizontal support as well, right around that level here. If you guys can see it, let me highlight this one right here for you guys real quick. There we go. Put it along here. Let's put it up perfectly. I think there we go. This is right at that support that we're looking for. There we go. In combination with the trend line, in combination with the value area low of this range, in combination with that higher high, break of structure to the upside. So a lot of confluences are coming along here. Very, very nice, very clean reaction so far. This is absolutely amazing. This is what I'm looking for, okay? So what about that confirmation? What's gonna make me enter a position right now? Well, let's zoom out, let's zoom in a little bit more, real quick, okay? Number one, I could have already entered a small position right here. That's no problem. I'm stacking my positions up here. But what I prefer to see, and this is what's gonna happen a lot of times here, okay? You're gonna see price, pulling back up here towards this level. And this is the absolute game changer, okay? When looking at the 30-minute, taking it back to the $77, if we manage to break above this and pull back here, that's the moment I'm gonna start seriously stacking some oil, because based upon the higher time frame, I do believe that you're gonna see a major expansion, a major recovery, a pullback, creating that W formation, followed by that continuation for oil right here, coming along back to the 70.5%, 50% of that range of that previous high. So that means when we have a new low, new high, coming back to the 50%, potentially stacking onto my position. Again, this is going to be a swing trade position, guys. So I'm going to take my time for this trade to develop, all right? That's the main reason. And why I'm going to do that is because I have enough time to put in my trades. I spread my risk over multiple trades right here, stacking slowly my position up. So number one is an entry right here, okay? Small entry right here. Wait for that break. Wait for that confirmation back down here. Add on to my position, then get an average order value, and then move my stop loss around the lows right here, looking for that continuation to the upside, okay? That's the way I'm gonna approach the oil trade. If we come down lower, I get stopped out with a minor position. That's why I'm never stacking with a swing trade all my money into one basket, right? I'm waiting for it to break, come back, and I add on to my position. What's gonna be then our target right here? Well, let's look at the 4-hour coming along overall here. I do believe, guys, seriously, that we have been stacking serious buy side liquidity as well here. This will mean that we will break this trend, come back up here, and I think we're gonna go back towards the $90 a barrel for oil in the relatively short time frame, okay? That's what I'm aiming for right here, around $90 for oil, back in towards this overall bigger range right here, okay? Beautiful setup for oil. We've been waiting for it all week. So hopefully we're gonna get our money out of this beautiful trade right here. Okay, to finish it off here, guys, let's quickly look also at Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been overall slowing down a little bit more here. Everyone is talking about the BlackRock spot ETF right now. We're also seeing that the ETF, spot ETF of potentially Ethereum is coming into play by BlackRock as well here. So that's very bullish news for the overall markets. However, the volatility right now is decreasing. And I'm going to show you a little trick today. I wanted to do this on a Friday. And the reason why is because potentially you're interested in trading crypto in the weekends because the markets are closed or the traditional markets are closed. So therefore, let me give you a little signal right here, okay? Let's take this to the volatility index. I can share this with you guys in Discord as well here. This is the Bitcoin historical volatility index right here, okay? The ticker symbol is BVOL 24 hour. All right, look it up, BVOL 24 hour, and go to the 4-hour time frame. You're gonna see a very, very choppy chart, okay? What I'm looking for is an increase in volatility, okay? Volatility equals opportunity. What do I wanna see? I wanna see this high getting broken. If we break this high, I'm gonna get an alert. And I know, hey, sooner or later, Bitcoin is gonna make a move. And this is what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for Bitcoin to make a move. I'm gonna stay out of the markets until this alert goes up, okay? Breaking structure to the upside gives me a signal of the fact that the volatility index of Bitcoin, volatility is increasing, therefore the opportunity is potentially coming along here, okay? And like I said before already, now taking this back to the Bitcoin chart right here, and let's go to the 4-hour chart here, I'm seeing that we have been building a tremendous amount of sell-side liquidity to the downside right now, okay? I still believe personally that we're gonna make a move to the downside. I still believe we're gonna at least retest $33,000 here, coming back down to take out some of these lows before moving back up and coming back towards these highs again, okay? I still believe that this is an opportunity, a potential chance here, but based upon the volatility index, that's gonna be my trigger point for when I'm actually gonna execute a potential position here. So what I wanna do with Bitcoin, when I'm a trader, I want to get in, I want to get out. I want to get in, I want to get out at the right moment. I do not want to waste that much time sitting in a position where nothing is happening. This is the chart that's going to do it for you, okay? For more information about Bitcoin as well here, you can always join our free crypto group in our Discord. We have around 16,000 members in our Discord right here, and our crypto group is a section in our Discord community. So what we're going to do here is to get you in. I'm going to explain exactly how this works because we do these weekly shows as well in our Discord. Okay, guys? So, hope you guys like it here. To close on, very importantly, what I want to do is the following. I want to head up to the news for next week. Okay, very importantly, to close it off here, news for next week is something that I'm looking for. Very important. We have the FOMC meeting coming along here, okay? FOMC meetings, minutes, we're going to see 2 reports coming out here. This could have an impact. The reason why is, of course, because this is the final month of the year. We're heading into December. Usually, this is where a lot of news will come out here, a lot of projections for potentially the closure and also next year. So keep a very close eye on next month. But most importantly, we have some news coming along on a Tuesday. Nothing too crazy for the rest here, guys. But it's very important to mention that there is a bank holiday on a Friday. Okay, so the weekly overall arrangement will be coming along, a little bit different here. Okay, so very importantly, what I'm going to do right now, guys, I'm going to head into our beautiful Discord. Look at what we have here. This is what we call the V3 trading floor. All the guys are ready already. Okay, we have 4 guys streaming right now at this particular moment. I'm very happy to join them in a second here. The New York Stock Exchange is going to open up here. For the rest, I hope you had an amazing week. I hope you made some money today. If not, reflect. Take your time to chill. Take your time to analyze your trades. Come back into the market here. Make sure you fill on your spreadsheet. Extremely important. But for you guys, there is one more chance to take one more opportunity back into the V3 trading floor. Our V3 is currently closed for new members, but we're going to open very, very shortly here. So with that said, guys, hope you guys liked it this week here. It was a pleasure. I'm going to be back for you guys Monday to Friday next week, 8 a.m. sharp. If you're going to be here, message me in the chat right now. Say I'm committed. I'm going to see you 8 a.m. for your morning coffee. Bye-bye. Have a great day, guys.